Hi everyone, welcome to another QBO tips. Do you use estimates in your business? Do you ever progress bill on a project? Well, if you said yes to either of those things, then stay tuned because today we're going to go through making an estimate in QBO and following that up with a progress bill on that project. Just a disclaimer though, this is not, I repeat, it is not using the projects feature in QuickBooks Online. This is just progress billing. Projects is a whole slew of other videos. The first thing we need to do is make sure that progress invoicing is turned on under your accounts and settings. So we go up here to the little gear icon, we go to account and settings, we click over here on sales, and then down here under progress invoicing, if we click into it, we can check the box, we see it turns on, save, and we're done. Now progress invoicing is turned on, so we can progress invoice off of an estimate. Now you can make an estimate from any screen using the little quick create button, but I am going to go into the customer center here and just go into Amy's for a second. This way I can see what we do kind of in real time as we make the forms and transactions. So to create the invoice, again, we can use this little quick create icon and we can create an estimate here. Or under this new transaction, since I'm in Amy, I can click estimate. Now the nice thing about using estimate from that drop down is it pre-fills in Amy. If I do it from the quick create button, I have to fill that back in. It's the little things. Notice that I can set my status of my estimate over here, and I can give it an expiration date if I want. We just fill out the estimate just like you would for an invoice, essentially. And once it's all set, we can just save and close that. Now we can see down here we do have the estimate in the line. Under status, notice it's a pending. That's how you can track whether or not your estimates, where they are, if they're accepted, if they're pending, whatever. We also have an action down here to create an invoice. So if we're going to progress bill this, we can do a couple of things. We can create invoice and it'll launch us right into asking us about progress billing. We can do the new transaction and go to invoice here, or we can do the quick create button here and come to invoice. So since I did the quick create, I have to choose Amy's. Now notice the little side tray over here. This is where I can add other things. So if I have billable time down here, if I had billable expenses, those would also be here. We also have my estimate. So I can add my estimate to the invoice. And you notice it gives me a little pop-up and I can do the entire invoice. I can do a percent of each line, or I can customize how much of each line we want to go on this progress invoice. So a lot of options for you. I'm going to do easy and just do 50%. It'll copy it over to my invoice here. I can change my description if I do need something other than the standard description that's coming over from the estimate. Customize your invoice however else you need it to be. And I'm just going to save and close it now. Now you can notice a couple of things on my estimate here. We can see before we even go in to look at the detail, the status is changed to accepted, because if I'm billing it, obviously the customer accepted it. But when I come in here, you also see there's a couple new columns, the invoiced and remaining columns. What we're doing is saying that our estimate was $37.50 here, we invoiced half, and so we have half of it is remaining. When we bill out the rest of it, it would update to closed. I can just close that. But we can repeat this progress invoicing as many times as we need until that estimate or that project is complete. I hope that helps you guys. Thanks so much for watching.